Path to a menu item. Here's the thing about menu items. They're your little, oh, look at my delightful little new menu item. Oh, it's adorable. Do you love it too? Here's the thing. Not everyone's gonna get to enjoy your adorable little perfect menu item if you don't operationally set it up for success. I've done it many, many times where you make something you are so stoked about and so proud about, and it just goes out like a dud. Here's the path to a menu item. Now, I created this path because I said, what's the step I remembered? Oh, what's that step? And then I had to write it down and create a full-blown SOP, which is kind of my thing. If I find something that works, I write it down and create an SOP. Here is the proper path to a menu item. 1, come up with a menu item. Come up with something that you like, that you're excited about, and make it. That's the concept. Now, iteration. Try it every conceivable way. Don't just do it once and say that works. Try it many different ways. You know, bands like U2, bands like the Beatles, they would come up with 50 songs for one album. You gotta be the same way. Iterate it with different cheeses, different toppings, different garnishes. Do it till you are incredibly stoked about it. 2, have everyone involved, you, your staff, and customers who don't mind defending you, try it and all of them agree, especially if you have different iterations of it, that this one's the best. 3, come up with a recipe card that is finite. Like, this is exactly how we make it. This is the food cost. This is the card. This isn't like an idea. This is exactly how to make it. Not a skosh, but a tablespoon. Not a dash, but a cup. Not a chevelon, but a weighted measurement or a volume measurement, preferably weighted. After 3, you got 4, which is a description, something that's enticing, and the name of that menu item. 5, the operational recipe card, not the food cost card of how much it costs, but the operational card that your staff is gonna use to make the item. 6, modify your order guide. Make sure everything that you're gonna need to order this thing is in-house and prepared, especially if it's a big launch. 7, train your staff. Don't just put it out there. Make sure all of your staff has seen it, knows how to make it the right way, so you're prepared for the day you launch it. 8, reprint the menus. If you're doing a whole menu overhaul, you wanna be ready for this. Now, if you're doing it as a special to verify it, that's part of the iteration process. But when you go live for a new menu, now it's time to reprint the menus. After that, make sure all menus are correct. That means your online menu, additional, the catering menu. All of them, online, in-house, PDF on your website, everything is in line. Next, a simultaneous drop. I like to drop this on Monday, so I get it all together Sunday night, have all the printed materials together that are printed before, and then the online update, everything goes live simultaneously Monday morning before we open. On the day you open with the item, another round of tasting. All staff should have tasted the item before this, but now you're doing it again. And giving it out as freebies to customers. That way they know about it, they're digging it too, and they're enjoying this new item and they're building some buzz. The last piece is marketing. The marketing of the item. Now, if you're building buzz for the item, you could have invited people to try it ahead of time. You could have had a launch. You could even make a press release for a new menu item. And if it's a slow day, you might actually get a news story out of it. It's that crazy that sometimes something so easy can get such a big, wide array of attention when done properly. Along with the marketing, food photos of the item, not just for online, but also for Instagram, for everything else you're gonna do, is set in stone. So that these food items have been eaten by your staff, you're ready to promote it, ready to really launch it. So come Friday, everyone knows about it, and you've had all week with the staff trying it, customers trying it, to really be loaded for bear for the weekend. That there is a massive amount of awareness that you have incrementally built all week long after all the work that's come before this. I want to reiterate, menu launches are not something to just half-ass. It's a lot easier at, let's say, a fine dining restaurant that has one location to just have a special of the day. When you have multiple locations, it takes a lot more thought. Big name restaurants iterate for months upon months upon months before they launch a single item. If you see a new item, especially on a massive corporate chain, that's probably 8 months deep in the R&D, marketing, and launch. This could be done in all of 2 to 3 weeks, but if you're doing it in anything less than that, you're setting the item up not for the level of success that it could have. I'm saying this from experience. It's a long process, but it's a very thorough one. And when you document your SOP in that manner, you'll be significantly more prepared for success. It's what I talk about in all the things on Sliced and the system to make sure that you set things up for the best chance to succeed.
Hey, if this brought you value and you dug it, which I hope you did, subscribe and like and check out the Unsliced Restaurant System. It's here for you. It's here to take you to your goals. And I want to see you hit your goals just like I'm hitting mine. Let's do it together. Apply and let's see if it's a fit.